Hey guys, it's Sharon, Little Britain Company, and I'm here today to talk about Temu. As you can see, as you can see from the information on there. So, um, the information on there, the headline that I put on, because I'm all caught up. I should have settled in earlier, but um, yeah, so I thought we could talk about Temu a little bit and just what I've seen, what I think I know, what I've seen with kind of what's going on with my stuff. So I am not an affiliate with Temu, although I had the request from Temu to do that, and I just decided I just didn't want to do, I did not want to do the affiliate program. Even, I just didn't. But at this point, I have seen kind of a huge number, especially if they're smaller affiliates, get suspended. And it seems very clear it's not anything that they've done necessarily. I think there are a couple of possibilities. I think the biggest possibility is that this has something to do with kind of the trade wars that we're now in, and in particular, all of the suspensions seem to happen the same day that the U.S. Postal Service said that they were no longer going to ship in Temu products, and they had specifically chosen, I think, Temu and Shein. They left AliExpress out of that, which I thought was weird. As far as I know, they left AliExpress out of it. So it all has to do with a specific special shipping thing that big companies like that can use. Which, just as a little person, I'm like, well, why is that fair? But anyway, just say, oh, that was bad luck for my chin. So, I think that's a good possibility. I've actually taken the time to look at a lot of different people and what they're talking about, where they are, some, different information people were getting in. I was trying to compile some information before I shared it. I know that I had, the day before that happened, I think, maybe a few days. Anyway, I had a shipment coming, supposedly coming in. I think I ordered it February 2nd. So, it's still early. However, because I think today's the 10th. Yeah, today's 10th. It was weird in, that it would, anyway, that I had something coming, and suddenly I really couldn't get any information about shipping status. And I was like, well, I wonder, is this even going to come in? Will they refund me? No point in getting the Temu credit if I can't get Temu products. So I think we all know that they did start shipping again, that, they had done that one day, and the very next day, the USPS turned around and said, no, we're not doing this. We're not going to stop those packages. And I think that it was, they were probably looking at a tremendous lawsuit. Just tremendous, because to halt something like that overnight, that's really difficult to do. You have to give people notice of things so that they can act accordingly. So that's one thought that I had. I watched a couple of people, I can't remember what her name is. One person in particular, who was she's like a small, someone I had never seen before. And she said that she had a really good relationship with her original Temu handler. I had, by the way, previously, I've had like 5 different Temu handlers when they were trying to get me to come onto the program, and when I actually did do some work with them very early on. So I had some different handlers. So she said she had a really good relationship, and that she could contact the woman and still talk to her about what was going on, and that the answer was that Temu panicked. Not just about that, because Then for about 2 or 3 days, I was only seeing local shipping. I very much, I would love to do the local shipping if I would love to do that, but it's not cheap. So if you do the local, it's $2.99 for each item, unless you can order enough from whatever that store is to, like it's usually like $25 to $30 to not have to pay the shipping. So I think, it was funny because you started seeing like $2 rings or earrings, but you're going to pay the $2.99 in shipping, and I'm not doing that. So then everything was local, and so I thought, okay, are they now only going to do local because they're not sure? And according to this woman, Temu panicked, thought we've got to switch the entire business practice, put local on pretty much everybody to start with, or change their algorithm, and then everyone, and then they've had to kind of get back to where they were. So what's going on with Temu is, who the heck knows? I think that's the actual answer I have, which is looking at all of the Temu is shipping again. That's very clear. That order that was in the, in the wind. So I thought it's supposed to come in today, which is really fast. And I had gotten that one little vacuum cleaner thing from them. But the rest of it that's actually being shipped from China is supposed to come in today. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I had noticed that the prices had gone up. What I'm noticing right now is the prices seem to be going back down, which is very interesting. Temu probably lost. Yeah, I'm sure they lost revenue, but they may have lost some customers because of the dramatic shifts that we were seeing. So it'll be interesting in the next few weeks to see if they start to offer better deals, or offer some of those things that they did at the very beginning, trying to regain their customers, trying to get their customers back to believing that they're the best deal in town, which they have been for a while. But it's funny because I said, excuse me, what's going on with Temu? Golly, I wish I knew. And I wish I knew that it was going to be permanent. So here's honestly, I'm messing with my hair again today. I think it's a nervous habit sometimes, because everything right now is a bit up in the air. But I have, since that order, I have looked at my Temu stuff, but I haven't ordered anything, and I don't know that I will. I don't know that I'm going to order anything else for a while, for more than one reason. One is the country is in a weird place right now. So for my family, we are, and then I'm going to say this and then it's going to be funny. So for my family, we are, we're starting to conserve. We're going to just, conserve some money. It's just one of those. We don't know nobody knows what's going to happen next. And we never know what's going to happen next. I know I'm rambling. I absolutely know I'm rambling. But we just feel like, we want to be prepared for what happens next. I'm a teacher. I work in a school district. And when the Department of Education gets gutted, which apparently is going to happen this week, there's a lot of money that every school relies on as part of. It's not all that goes into it, because the states, the local governments put money into your schools, the states put money into your schools, but we just don't know what that means. It probably will not monetarily affect the schools this school year, because I think most of the money's already gone in. But for next year, nobody knows. Nobody knows. So it is a anxious time. But I'll get back to Temu. Let me get back to Temu and let me not go off on the other the other possibilities. So we're going to be a little bit more conservative in our buying, and at the same time, I just, when will the next shoe drop, and we won't be able to buy from Temu. So I don't like the idea of having kind of an order out there floating around. Having said that, I may put in one final order. I have the order coming in, and then I have a second piece. I ordered something that was slightly bigger, and they're shipping it by sea. So that one's not supposed to come in until March. I didn't realize that would it's interesting. They don't really tell you all of those things. So that was in that order. And then I have one more thing that is actually something that one more order I think I'm going to put in this week for some things that my husband and I decided we would like to try to get off of Temu where it's cheaper. And then that'll probably be it for right now. Probably not, hopefully not permanently. But until we feel like things are settled, yeah. I don't want to get into politics on this channel. That's just not what I want to do. But I do, I'm not going to ignore the elephant in the room, which is, things are pretty unsettled right now. And we just don't know what's going to happen. And, we're taking a lot of steps to try to make sure that we can protect our family. Yeah. And the business. And I hope you guys are doing good. And what I'm going to do next, so this was what was funny. So I said, we're conserving, and I have a haul. Not a Temu haul, but I have a haul from this past week. It's not big, and it's a couple of different stores that I'm going to be doing next. So if you saw this one, you're going to be like, you just said you were conserving. For me, this is conserving. This is good. So I have a haul video coming up for you all, and then I'm gonna have a lot more of the crafting videos coming up. Knock on wood, all of this blows over quickly. Things, we start to get back on solid ground again, and all things go back to semi-normal. I'd take semi-normal. All right. That's all I got for you guys right now. I don't know that helped at all. I hope it did. That's just my 2 cents, my opinion about, and looking at the different things. Like I said, there are a lot of affiliates who got suspended, and I don't know if Temu will bring them back. I almost, that's the funny thing, my brain goes off in all these tangents, and I'm just like, I also think it's possible that some of the affiliates got suspended, not because not all of them did. Some of the bigger ones didn't. So it is possible that some of the affiliates got suspended, that this was just like this weird, it just came at the same time, but one had nothing to do with the other. Some of the stuff about the local and that came from that one woman who said Temu panicked a little bit, but as far as I think that it's also possible that Temu started looking at the return they were getting because the affiliates that got suspended, the ones that I've seen, almost all of them appear to be pretty small channels. Like mine's a pretty small channel right now. Although I'd love for it to grow. Well, you guys subscribe. Come on and join us. That'd be great. I'd really appreciate it. I'd love for the channel to grow. But they are all relatively small channels. And so they don't, if you're a smaller channel, you're not reaching the volume of people that, if you have 20,000 subscribers or more, if you can ensure that every Temu video reaches 10,000 people, I can see them starting to change their business model and say, we want to ensure that we're using YouTube channels that have this level. We want them to be here to do the affiliate thing so that we can see the returns. I can see that. So that might be, in some ways, that makes me feel better, because it's sort of, that's very normal business as opposed to some of the other interesting things we're going through. So anyway, that's it. That's all I have for you all today. The world's a funny place. We got to start laughing. I just personally have to keep laughing at it, because otherwise, whoo, it'd be tough. It'd be tough for him. All right. I'll see you guys on the next one. Cheers.